Okay, welcome everyone to the February Youthmapper and Community Mapper group meetup. So my name's Janet Chapman from Crowd2Map Tanzania. We've got a wide range of people here, which is fantastic. So I'm going to pass first to Erick to introduce himself.
Yeah, thank you, Janet. Thank you, everyone. My name is Erick. I'm currently serving as the Youthmappers Regional Ambassador, also the Director of Geospatial Technology and Environment. I'll just share my screen on what the NGO is all about and more details on the Spatial People's Award. So hope everyone can see my screen. Janet, is my screen visible?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Geospatial Technology and Environment is a registered NGO. And so the background of GOT is from SETCO Youthmappers. And so these are mainly a team of alumni that came from SETCO and tried to work on the real challenges in the community. So the established organization vision was to aspire a future where the society will be equipped and with the ability to utilize geospatial technology to bring sustainable solutions in the challenges that are facing our community. So the areas of work is actually from capacity building, mentorships, community mapping projects, research, as well as data science. So the most targeted groups are youth, and actually we've been engaging more youth in the universities, NGOs and CSOs, and also marginalized groups, meaning youth in the community. And so we're also working with open mapping communities like we are here in OSM Tanzania. And so since our establishment, we had almost 8 trainings and workshops with more than 250 people undergoing that knowledge transformation. We had over 10 plus mentorships to students, and I'm happy to even see JUCO Youthmappers having some potential people like Emmanuel now from GOT. And so we have also implemented 3 community mapping projects. We have 2 publications, and also we have reached almost 5 universities. So here are some of the projects that we did in collaboration and actually with Youthmappers. And then this is our team, and all of this team are people from Youthmappers. So Youthmappers can really do it. Yeah, so and actually in this page is to highlight some of the potential people that we've been working with. And just to elaborate on the Spatial People Award is that we had a project to map Ifakala remotely. So we had to use ID editor JSON to just add buildings, roads. And so now we are going to reach out to the local government and integrating OSM to teach them on how to add let's say the addresses or the names of those locations at Ifakala to improve the map of Ifakala. So that's the main theme of our Spatial People's Award, and looking forward to it. And the event is actually next Saturday, which is 4th March, and hope to share with the community on how the event goes. Thank you so much, Janet. Back to you.
Thank you, Erick. That's fantastic. So the event on the 4th is field mapping, is it? Or can people participate remotely as well?
Yeah, so it's mainly field mapping. So we are going to use mobile mapping devices to do the work. So yeah, I think it will be hard to follow up remotely, but we'll share the progress and how we've been doing on those on that training.
Fantastic. Well, it will be great to hear next month how you've got on and the progress that you've made with that. Can I ask, so this is, that project is about addressing addresses, is that right?
Yeah, okay, so we are trying to add only because if you go to the map of Ifaka right now, we just have buildings with no tags. So I think even the street name, something like that, we're trying to work with the locals who know actually the area to add those on the map. So definitely I can just describe that.
Fantastic. And there was a census last year in Tanzania. Did they collect any address data that you can use?
Definitely, I think that information is available, but then we need to see how we can use upload that data to OSM. So that's it's kind of a discussion between the government and the OSM community, something like that. So that I think it's really easy to do that if the information is there. But again, we just need to do it on our end and see ways on how they can help out through that training, because again, we are inviting the local government officials to that training so that we can collaborate.
Thank you. Does anybody know if anyone in Tanzania has been working with census data? Callista, are you at JUCO?
No.
Yeah, did you want to say something? Okay, if not, thank you, Herry, for putting the link for the Spatial People Award in the chat, and I'll share it with the recording. Herry, do you want to say a little bit about the Spatial People Award and what you're doing with it?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
So I've applied for the Spatial People Award, which is like a award of which help the community to expand, to training the community on how they can use, how they can contribute into OSM. So the purpose of us applying for it, we feel like in Gumsorangeti we have the scarcity of water, and we just want to address that. We wanted to collect the information about water points and what's the cause of having the scarcity of water. Maybe we don't have enough of water sources that provide waters to all people in the community. So our idea was to just collect the water points in the area and collect the quite good information about the challenge that people are facing and what are the alternatives if they're facing, challenge of water and everything. And we can see how that information can share into OSM and local government so that they can, work together. The local government and community can work together on how they can solve that challenge. So we started yesterday. Actually, we trained some of the local people in the community and Youthmapper SETCO on how they can, use organic map and ODK. Organic map is just for mapping the point of interest in their community, and some of the training people on how they can open OpenStreetMap account, and how they can use ODK for collecting data for collecting information, especially water sources points. So and today we scattered people to different areas to collect the water points that are available in the community, and going to the house or doing like a household survey, collecting all the water points available at their homes, and if not there, they can share the information like where do they get water, how far is water point is for, and how much do they pay for one bucket, and how much do they pay per month for getting water service. If people is it expensive to get water at their home places, and water available at their home, is it very good for drinking and using for other stuff, So we collect a lot of information about that, and then we will share all those information to OSM. It's very open for a lot of community in the Tanzania and other from East Africa to apply for the Spatial People Award. That can, they can use it maybe to combat or to work with other people to solve the community challenge and share the information to the OSM. So I think it's quite a good opportunity, to always have some like little grant that can help, share the knowledge and information with other people in the community, so that, yeah, something like that. So that's a very briefly about the, about the Spatial award that we applied and we're working on until now. So maybe, hopefully, maybe in the near future, maybe in next month, we will share what is the impact of this and everything. Yeah, thank you very much. If there is any question, please, you can reach out to me, because it's only starting. So I don't have a lot of everything right now, but maybe later on I will share. Yeah, so yeah.
Thank you very much, Herry. So I don't know if you're able to share your screen and just show people the ODK form. I think that would be very interesting. Is that possible?
Yeah. So currently, as I said, I'm at SETCO waiting for people to just come from the field, but I'm just using my smartphone and I don't have an ODK form at the moment. So I'm sorry for that, but yeah, hopefully maybe I will share it maybe in the next session. Yeah.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you. Because I think collecting data about access to water, I know it's something that we've done in other places, and I think it's a huge need in Tanzania. Herry, I don't know if you've looked at the open government data of water points. It's quite out of date, but it might be a good starting point. Do you have that?
Yeah. So the first thing, before even collecting the data, we have to, go to the local government and asking for the data available in Mugome Serengeti, because we just have like one big water source, which people are using it for their, connection to their household and everything. So we try to get the physical data that they have at the local government, and but we didn't cover whole Mugome Serengeti, so it's just quite a small area because of the grant and everything. So yeah, we start with that, and there are some of the water points that are broken, but there was there at the local government that is exist. So those kind of information are really, are really very helpful, because we just want to gather all the information that will be necessary for development and everything. So yeah.
So how are you planning on presenting the results of your findings? Other than putting them onto OpenStreetMap, what sort of, are you going to do a report? What sort of infographics might you have? Have you thought about that at all?
Yeah, the first thing first, I just want to share it with OSM, and then we will discuss with, the people who can, help on making some changes at local government. So after receiving the data from them and getting the data from the field, we'll have, in the near future, we want having the discussion with them, like, this is the finding, and this is what is, this is what happening in the field, and this is what you have. So I think there will be the discussion on that, and how they can improve their system and everything, and how they can use like the ODK system on collecting the information daily, so that they can, improving the, provision of the service to the community. And, so yeah, the target is having the discussion with them and finding the way of solving this community challenge. But currently, it's just having to collect the information and sharing with the OSM. But in the ground, something else, my planning and our planning is just to have that discussion with the local government and finding the way on how they can, we can solve the community challenge regarding water issues. Yeah.
Thank you, and good luck, and we look forward to hearing more next month. And so SETCO is a SETCO Youthmappers, it's a tourism college. So have any of the students done any maps around tourism sites or for tourists or anything like that yet?
Oh, good question, good point. So the challenge is, I was having even this challenge with this SETCO Youthmapper, because they are currently new, because most of the, the previous one already graduated. So I'm working with a new student right now. So, and it was like, that was like, when I was working with them, the point was like, maybe we should try writing something regarding on, mapping all the tourist features around Serengeti to attract other people and creating the map on that. So yeah, so this is a very good discussion right now we can have after, you know, me building the capacity to them on how they can do mapping and everything. And then we can go to that, you know, idea of maybe mapping the, you know, tourist features available, and we will see the way forward. So I think it's a very good beginning for this, you know, grant, opening the way to, you know, involving other people and training SETCO Youthmappers and doing this stuff. Yeah, so it's a very good beginning, and we're in a very good direction to, you know, to other aspects like that.
Yes, indeed. It will be interesting to hear if anyone in Zanzibar has done tourist maps, because I mean, in some places where I visited, there are free maps that basically have adverts from different companies around the edge. So it's potentially a money-making project. So, but I don't know of any Youthmapper chapters that have done that yet. I think it's potentially quite an interesting idea. So
sorry,
go on.
sorry, sorry, Janet.
Yeah.
I'm from Zanzibar.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we have already done that project of tourism site, but we done that project with the help of UNDP.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if they have already put that data on OSM or not. Maybe I can ask for my colleague, then I will give you feedback. If not, we'll put that on SCM. But in Zanzibar, both islands, Unguja and Pemba, we have already mapped tourism sites.
Fantastic. And did you make any like printed maps for tourists as a, you know, as a commercial thing or not?
You know, we didn't print that up to now. We didn't print.
Okay. Well, it will be great to know more about it. Perhaps you can present this next month.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Shabani, you also got a Spatial People Award in Dodoma. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yes, sure, Janet. As I introduced before, my name is Shabani Magawila, and I'm the one who will receiving the award from Spatial People. And on behalf of IRDP Youthmappers, Spatial People Award, we are required to prepare the mappathon around Dodoma, and this mappathon will be we will be engaging our local community. So we will be starting as inviting different organizations here in Dodoma, firstly for make awareness on OpenStreetMap. I know that there is a lot of organization here at Dodoma, but they are not really know about the OpenStreetMap. So what we are going to do first is to invite them and to training to them on how they can be able to contribute in OpenStreetMap, and what is the importance of OpenStreetMap, and what is the tools can help them or can help their work in Dodoma. Yeah, so we are trying to arrange it by with Tanzania Development Trust representative here in Dodoma. So we try to get the chance also to reach out the farmers around the local area. So the event will also rely on mapping the position of farmers. I mean, the position of farmers, the location that they are found, where they are doing agriculture. Yeah, because as a Youthmappers here in IRDP, we see it like a challenge. Once we need to reach out to the farmers, it can be sometimes a difficult issue. So now we are trying to look forward on how can we able to add them to the OpenStreetMap. It is not about their information, but what we need at least we can add their area for farming and yeah, where they are working, what kind of agriculture they are doing. Yeah, so also we can come up with a good technique and a good option for them to help them on how they can correct the data and how can they having the precision agriculture by the help of some technology, I mean remote sensing technology and available data. Yeah.
Thank you, Shabani. That's very interesting. Is this the same as the USAID agriculture project, or is it different from that? Shabani?
Hello.
Hi. Is this the USAID project with Chad, or is it a different project?
No, not the same, but just we try to prepare the environment in case of the USAID project is coming. We can have a lot of data that we can help and contribute to that project also. But also before we have done a lot of reach out to the farmers and to help them on how they can use remote sensing and what can they using GIS to perform some analysis in order to help their activity. Yeah, so I think we will just like it is a progress. We just continue with the activity, but also we have another tools to help them. Yeah, so spatial people already, it is like it helps us to come together and to share those skills.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. And I think if you're doing agriculture, they would also be interested in the Plant Village project that Benedicto, who you know is involved in particularly in Kigoma. This is an app that uses artificial intelligence to detect pests in cassava and massively increase the yields. I've put a link in the chat, and I will also share the link to the instructions if people are interested.
Okay, thank you, Janet.
So good luck with that. And we look forward to. Hello, yeah.
Yeah, I have a question for Mr. Shabani. I don't know. I wish to know, the tools they are planning to use or they're using for the agriculture project. Like, what tools would they use to help improve agriculture in a remote or technical way?
Okay, thank you, Aisha. Yeah, mostly we are using remote sensing technique in detecting various I mean suitable area for doing agriculture. So we have a combination of various data. So we have to combine and to do some overlay analysis in order to detect some area which are maybe they are nearby maybe water bodies or what we call this water tables. Yeah, so we have to clarify that there is some crops that you have to cultivate in this area, but also there are some crops that you don't need to cultivate in that area. Yeah, so we have a lot of I mean, we have a lot of tools, but mostly we are using what we call machine learning. We have to train the data. We have to use Python like language in order to predict those I mean criterias. Yeah.
Shabani, do you have any links that you can share about this?
Because it is like a project, and there are some people that they are preparing the report. So I think if we have done with that, it will be available in our website. And I think our website now it's having a problem, but after it is completely, we will share all the document to our website, and everything will be available.
Thank you. And maybe you can also present this next month because it seems like a very interesting project.
Yeah, sure, Janet.
Thank you. Any other questions for Herry, Shabani, or Erick? Okay. Is there anybody else here who has got a Spatial People Award? Or anyone who's going to apply for one?
They should apply anyway. So I see Joseph here. Can he now present on behalf of JUCO?
Absolutely. Okay. Please go ahead, Joseph. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Joseph, can you hear us?
Hello, is it me or there's another Joseph?
It's Joseph Mango, Joy 360. I think that's
But what, Joseph, why don't you introduce yourself anyway? Since
yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was late for the session, but I'm Joseph from Kenya.
From Kenya? Okay.
Yeah, currently the Youthmappers president from the Kenya University of Agriculture and Technology. Regarding the Spatial Node Award, yesterday we were at the Technical University of Kenya. We were mapping a county in Herry. We were mapping Herry County. Since one of the members of the Youthmappers at the Technical University of Kenya got that award, and so she invited our chapter so that we may go and help them in mapping. Okay. Thank you.
Great. Well done. Right, Joe 360. Can you share your screen? Joe? Joe, are you ready to present? Okay, well, we're just sorting that out. So I was hoping that Nima, who is working with OMDTZ project, would join us, but apparently they have a power cut. That's a very interesting project with World Food Programme. I will share a link to it with the recording. So they're mapping all of the primary schools with a view to finding out about what meals students get to improve nutrition. So hopefully we can find more about that project next month too. Joe, are you going to present?
Hello, Janet.
Hi. Are you going to tell us about your project? Erick, what's happening?
I don't know. Yeah, if I had the presentation, I think I could talk about it, but yeah, I think they have it covered, and I think they're in the training, so probably maybe some internet issues, something like that.
Okay, well, there's a few people that have joined who didn't introduce themselves. So while Erick, maybe you can try and find out whether they're going to present or not. And we can hear from the people who we haven't heard from yet. So Roman, I think you're the president of IRDP Dodoma, is that right? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you. My name is Roman Swai, president of IRDP Youthmapper Dodoma.
And what are your chapter working on at the moment?
Our chapter now is continue with the mapping of Nadan community projects.
Okay.
And the daily sessions, because we are holiday now.
Okay, and I understand that you do field work as part of your, like, a dissertation, and you do some mapping for that, is that correct?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more about that? Do you do things around village land use plans?
Come again?
Okay, for your field work, I think sometimes do you do village land use plans?
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit about what that involves?
In village land use planning, we use this program to map existing features on those projects during field works and the various projects which we conduct in the college.
Okay, what type of features do you map for that, and then what do you do with it?
We map roads and the existing buildings and the features like waterways.
Fantastic. And Shabani, I think you've been involved with this previously. Do you want to add anything? Shabani, are you there? Okay, don't know. I think he's dropped. Ruth Glades, do you want to introduce yourself? Maybe not. Right. Joe 360, do you want to try again?
I think he's telling me he has issues with his device. Yeah, probably next time.
Okay, well, is there anyone else here who wants to say anything or ask anything?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I want to ask a question because on our side, this is on my side, this is the first time to apply for this award. Just I want to know, for how long did it take in order to get it? Because on our side, we want to map the police station, the whole police station in Zanzibar. That is a field mapping that we want to run.
Okay, just for the experience with the award, I think the award is for such kind of events or field mapping exercise, and so it is limited to $200, but it depends on the activity that the chapter needs to do. So the terms, just going to the direct question that how long does it take? So they have, let's say, quotas for that to do the disbursement of the funds. So probably if these awardees that are doing the event now had to apply before January, so they recommend you to apply 4 weeks before your event. So that means they have time to review and give you feedback on the award, and probably get in touch with you and your chapter and discuss on ways on how you can receive it and go about your activity. So I would recommend you can apply any time of the year, but just know that at least after 4 weeks, then you'll be contacted to know on your let's say status of your award. So that's it.
Okay, thanks. And how many times I can apply? Maybe I plan for this year to do at least 2 or 3 field mapping. So I can apply for those 3 times or per year only 1 time.
Yeah, so they're trying to just understand how this, let's say, make it better for engagement of every community, OSM community who is trying to host an event or do any activity. So once it's okay, but again, if let's say you receive the first time, you can just wait for 1 quarter and apply again. That's really okay, but you can apply as more times as you can.
Okay, thanks a lot.
But Benedicta, I think you had a question.
Yeah, hello. Please, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the project I'm doing with the permission.
Yes, brilliant. Go ahead.
Okay, great, thank you. So as I earlier stated, I am doing an internship with a humanitarian OpenStreetMap called HOT, and yeah, I'm in the community engagement session, so I do online engagement here. So as part of my internship, yeah, I'm doing a project, and my project is based on women participation in OpenStreetMap. Yeah, so that's the project I'm doing, and I have some forms, like Google Forms, I would like to send out to source for your ideas and perception about it. So that the forms is basically to know how I want to know the representation of women in OpenStreetMap, and maybe the gaps that we think that exist in, and how those gaps can be closed, or how we can encourage them to be more active in OpenStreetMap activities. So that's it. So with your permission, maybe I can share the link with you, Janet, then you share it to the networks for me. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And we certainly at Crowd2Map, we've tried very hard to involve more women in mapping. When we first started, because we're all volunteers and we had no budget, and we were always relying on people who had phones for the field mapping, and particularly in the villages, it was generally men that had phones, so it was very challenging. In fact, it changed when we had a first micro grant from HOT, when we were able to get some low-end phones and involve more women, and also when we're involved with the Women Connect project, which set up digital champions in every village in Serengeti and later Tarime and Butiama, which I think Herry could also say more about. So I think this is a very important issue, and it would be good to hear what other people are doing to try and encourage more women, if anyone wants to say anything. But I will also share the form with the recording.
Okay, sure. And please, this is a personal request from you. Please, I know you are part of Geochikes, have been trying to also like get to their Telegram page, but I've not been successful. So maybe if you can help me get into it, so that I can also share the forms to them, or maybe you can also forward it to them, so that I also know what they also think on the topic.
So sorry, who do you want me to forward it to?
Geochikes.
Oh, Geochikes, yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, and then I don't know, does anybody want to say more about this topic, about involving more women?
I think I do.
Go ahead.
Like, I'll use an example that happened during the field mapping I was doing. Like, I think there are no solutions to gender-specific challenges. For example, like the ages the youths we deal with in these kinds of mapping right now, the ladies are in the bearing stages. So most of them could be maybe pregnant, or they have toddlers to deal with or very young kids to take care of. Like then in the field mapping we're doing, we had an instance where one of us was actually heavy, almost 9 months, because after the break of the field mapping, she had the baby, and then if we had like
I think you're breaking up, Aisha, unfortunately. If you have
including them and providing some help alongside the mapping, it would be easier for them to show up.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. I see. Anybody else?
So this is Darwin. I have been thinking during the meeting, I have a question. It's not about involving more women per se, but about what you asked Janet at the beginning of can Nelson Mandela AIST create a chapter? And so I just wanted to ask, is there anybody here who has successfully worked to create a chapter at another university? And I might be able to talk to that person offline and help make some connections, because I'm not in person on the ground at Mandela, and so I am interested in, you know, success stories so that I could maybe help connect people at Mandela with Crowd2Map.
That would be fantastic. So yes, Crowd2Map has set up many different Youthmapper chapters, and there are many people here in this group that have a lot of experience with this. Probably Erick is probably the best person to talk to, because he has a role as a Youthmapper Ambassador, or he did anyway, until very recently. I'm not sure what the thing is with that now.
Sorry, Darwin, is it? So
yes,
you're talking about Nelson Mandela Institute of Science and Technology?
Yes, it is all postgraduate, so it does not have any undergraduates.
So also I wanted to share something. Anyway, we'll get in touch, and I hope I'll share my contact with you just now. And so just to attach this conversation with a simple announcement for the Youthmappers chapters. So we have the agricultural project that is will happen probably from April. So we are hoping to have a workshop at Arusha, and Nelson Mandela Institute of Science and Technology is recommended as the right place where we could host that workshop. So I've been reaching out to the faculty advisor there, and so sent some emails, but totally understand that, because as I was working as a regional ambassador, I had the outreach session to just few chapters because of the resources. But because of this project, I think it is time also to engage more chapters that are directly involved in the agriculture project. So this is to mean also Nelson Mandela Institute of Science and Technology. So definitely I will reach out to you. The chapter is already set up, but it's just a matter of how we can engage students and bring more members on board on the Youthmappers, and see on how they can be engaged with the Youthmappers network. So yeah, I think I'll definitely get in touch with you, Darwin.
Okay, I will send you my email address in the chat and so forth.
Awesome.
So thank you. That's good to know. I was not aware of that. So
awesome.
Fantastic, thank you. We're almost out of time. I just wanted to mention that it's Open Data Day coming up, and there is an option for small grants. The deadline is tomorrow. So if you wanted to do an activity for Open Data Day, then you need to apply by tomorrow. I think it's a fairly short form. And they're really looking for in-person events this year. So it would be great to see a lot of activities for Open Data Day. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. And apologies that we didn't hear from Juco, but hopefully we will do next time, or perhaps they could even record a short video in case that they have problems again. And look forward to hearing about all of the events that are planned this month, and from anyone else. So good to hear from everyone. Happy mapping, and thank you.
Thank you to Jeanette.